Welcome to our Monday morning coaching chat Zoom. Today we're going to be focusing on what sets Juice Plus apart from any other product or company out there. And I think if you can see the background here, you can see a bunch of dollar bills. And the reason for that I chose that background was for many years I worked at a bank. And I remember the first time I went into the bank, I began that training process. They started talking about really being able to spot a counterfeit. And so in my mind, I'm thinking what they're going to do is pull out all these different counterfeit bills, kind of point out this, here's that, this is wrong, this is that. But guess what? What they did was pull out the real deal. They pulled out a real $1 bill, a real $5 bill, a real 20, and what they did was had me really studying the real deal. And so when we look at the hundreds of companies out there, products out there, sometimes people can be confused. And I'm sure most of you have had a lot of conversations with your customers and prospects, and you can hear a little bit of uncertainty that there's so much out there. And so what we're going to do today is take a look at the real deal and say, what is it about Juice Plus that sets them apart, head and shoulders above anything else? And first we're going to start with our company. You know, we are a 50-plus-year-old company. I have been doing this for 20 years now. And what I've seen time and time again is companies that show up, they're around for 3 to 5 years, and what happens? They're gone. And even now what we're seeing a lot, if you guys would make sure you're on mute, I would appreciate that. That'll help us all. But what we're seeing now are these companies will come to market, they'll be there about 3 to 5 years, and they'll go away. And the fact that we are associating ourselves with longevity of 50 plus years, that speaks volumes. Not to mention that I've been associated with Juice Plus now for 20 years. And Brenda, I think, has been 15 plus years, and Linda 20 years, and Sandy Leonard, our upline. I think she's been associated with Juice Plus now for several, like 20 some years, beyond just 20 years. So not only the longevity of our company, but also the people who are locking arms and associating themselves. The second thing is integrity. You know, what I'm hearing, unfortunately, network marketing can sometimes take a beating because of some of the activities that network marketing companies and practices that they do. And I'm so proud to associate myself with Juice Plus. And one of the things I literally did was look and see before I signed the dotted line 20 years ago was, do they have any lawsuits against them? Do they have, people who are upset? And that was really critical to me to make sure I was aligning myself with a company of integrity. And then lastly, the loyalty. They're very loyal to both their customers and to the partners who they lock arms with. And I want to be associated with someone who's loyal to me, and I want to be loyal back to them. And so when it comes to a company that is debt-free, that we're in, 20 plus countries, that is something that when we're having conversations with people, we're going to want to tout the strength of the company that we associate ourselves with. The second thing is our business model. And being a financial planner, this is something I looked at really closely. And I want to challenge you guys to really incorporate these thoughts and put them in your own words. But as you're talking to people and inviting them to be a part of what you're doing, here's some things I want you to think about sharing with them. Number one is the flexibility that we have. There are people who say, I want to join this company, but I just want to share it with a few family or friends. Juice Plus doesn't make them buy $5,000 worth of product and doesn't require that they spend X amount of money. Why is that? Because they don't have to. They have Juice Plus's product, and we'll get into that, is so desirable. They don't have to require us, like most companies will, to spend X amount of money. That, and just the flexibility of saying, we welcome you if you just want to buy it for a family and a few friends. We welcome you if you want to make $50,000, $100,000, $500. We embrace your decision. This is your business, and we're going to come alongside you, and we're going to work with you at the level you want to work with. That flexibility, especially in our world today, is huge. The next thing, and this is something as a financial planner that made so much sense to me, was the residual income. I've been working for 20 years. I have customers that have been around for 10, 15, 20 years now. And guess what? I still get paid on them every single month. Why is that? Because we've got a product that there's nobody can hold a candle to our Juice Plus product. And this residual income, Juice Plus doesn't pay people a bunch of money. You don't see Juice Plus saying, you come work for us and we're going to give you a bunch of money to do that. We don't do that. What we want are people who understand what this product is, and they understand that people's health and changing people's health is what our mission is. Our mission isn't to make tons and tons of money. You know, my husband works for Chick-fil-A, and he talks about you can't compete from a fast food standpoint on product, price, and service. You can do two. So Chick-fil-A focuses on service and on product. They don't worry about price because they want to deliver a valuable product. And so when you join Juice Plus, you're not going to get these big signing bonuses and make all this money up front. It is a slow build. And what I've seen over time are the people who stay, are the people who love Juice Plus. They care about people's health. They lock arms, which falls into that next category. They're people who want to build relationships and lock arms with people and help them make a change in their health. I am just giving myself goosebumps right now because what I know is that's the kind of company I want to lock arms with. I want on my tombstone that I made a difference in people's. Oh my gosh, I'm going to start choking up. I want to make a difference in people's lives. And that doesn't happen in the first 2 or 3 or 4 months. We all know to build relationships, that takes time. And I am willing to do that because I want to invest in people. This is bigger than just making money, but I'm here to say, over 20 years, I never dreamed the money I'd make. But it's because of the relationships that's been built along the way. And so when I look at Juice Plus, the fact that their business model brings about flexibility, so it works for anybody, they give an enormous gift of residual income, and that's how you build wealth over time. And they take in consideration relationships. And when you're having the conversations and inviting people into this business, those are the key things you want to make sure they hear your heart. They know you care. They know that it's not about money, even though, as Zig Ziglar will say, money isn't everything, but it ranks up there with oxygen. So it's not that money doesn't come into play, but that should never be our driving force. And then lastly, oh my goodness, our product. Somebody needs to put themselves on mute. Would you do that for me, please? Thank you. And then lastly, our product. Number one, it is whole food nutrition. We don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, this ingredient was good, now it's not good. Fruits and vegetables have been what our body needs, how we build health, how we protect our health. In that, talking about the back of the label showing that it is a whole food product, it has a nutrition label. We need as much stuff as out there, and when you start digging and you start seeing, excuse me, but the junk that is in products simply to make money, we need to tout. First and foremost, Juice Plus is whole food nutrition. It carries a nutritional label. This is the foundation of anybody's health. And then next, the research. We are not just in whole food, the most researched. We are the most researched product in the world. Utilize the fact that Surrey will validate that point. People are always amazed when you ask Surrey, what's the most researched product in the world? Nobody can hold a candle, nobody. And most of the time when you begin, if they really have, and I've done this, called a company and said, I'd like to see your research that you're saying you have research. There's no research. Yet on our website, we can link to the research studies. And then lastly, NSF certified. We don't have to worry if something's gonna get recalled. Sandy Dial and I were talking one day, and Sandy, when we finish this, I'd love for you to share, but I just remember her talking about a product she used to take, and we were talking about what's in the ingredients, and she went and looked, and then she was like, oh my goodness, this ingredient here is linked to some type of cancer. You know what? We don't have to worry about that with whole food. There's nothing bad about whole food. And that, for me personally, gives me great confidence. And when you guys share Juice Plus, share it with unbridled confidence, because that's the company, the business model, and the product that we represent. And if I can do anything today, is to infuse you with confidence that we need to boldly share this amazing company, this amazing business model, and this amazing product. And people will hear in our voice, they will hear our passion, and they will hear the facts that back up an incredible product like we have. And so I'm gonna encourage you guys, take a screenshot, or I'll post this, keep it handy, and use this as you start having those conversations with your prospects, with your team. Give them, breathe confidence into them that this, bar none, is the best product out there, and in my opinion, is the #1 way to help people on their journey to better health. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.